Hello and welcome to the VRchat. I am Jason, your host, and I want to talk about one of the first, very early coping strategies that me and Paola had. This was all about Paola's wheelchair. This was all about when me and Paola would go out and I would push her wheelchair around. It's an app called Zombies Run. And basically, we loved horror movies, we loved the Romero zombies, we loved 28 Days Later, we loved it all. And so, in 2015, we were looking for a way to motivate us to leave the house, to do things together. I would always push Paola's wheelchair, and I was having problems because of my issues with outside, and even though I could do it, I mean, always holding on to the wheelchair at the back, and that would be my focus, but wanted something different. And we saw an ad for this app called Zombies Run. And the idea was this, though it's a zombie apocalypse, that the end has happened, and you're runner 5. You take on this role as runner 5, basically a new member of a township that you're trying to help survive. And when you go for a run, or you go for a walk, or you're pushing a wheelchair, it plays an actual story. And the story is very, very good. I mean, this is up with the top tier zombie stories over time. And basically, while you're out, each mission is about 30 minutes. You might have to leave home base to collect supplies. So you've got to run. You can run anywhere. You can run anywhere. You can go anywhere. You can even do it while you're running on a thingy machine, on a treadmill. But the idea is you're out there and zombies will try to catch you. Zombies run. And so therefore you'd have to move faster and you'd have to cover a certain amount of distance and so on, because you had GPS enabled and so on. And this became our thing. Now, I remembered it a couple of days ago when I was talking to someone on Discord. I hadn't thought about Zombies Run in years because when Paola died, I stopped doing it. Even going to the hospital, we did zombies runs, and like they had a built-in radio in the background, and it could play. You could use the stuff that was in it, or you could have a playlist of your own MP3 music and that. So when in between the story parts, it would play your music as you were running along, and that was absolutely brilliant. Can't recommend it enough. And so, if you look at this was the first time me and Paola went out. We travelled 1.35 miles. And it was such a refreshing thing because we both love zombie movies, and the atmosphere, the fear, the actual way they do the story and that of what the intrigue of what you're going through, the different factions and the reason for the zombie plague and everything that slowly builds up over the years of the actual seasons and that. And so this was the very first journey me and Paola went. We went from our old house, very old house, no longer live there, and this is the path that we took. As we were just going around the street, Paola, we had one of those splitters for our phones, so we could each have a set of headphones going from the actual phone that was running the app, and we could both hear it and be part of the same situation. And absolutely brilliant. If you ever need something to motivate you to go for a walk, to go thing. If you ever want something more, Zombies Run is fucking amazing, and I mean that. Yes, there's it's free but you can pay a subscription. I paid the subscription because you get better quality stuff and that you can get hold of. But the actual basic thing is fine as well. So it was like, we didn't do it via steps, we did it by a distance with the GPS because we were in a wheelchair and that. And so if we just have a look through the different missions, sometimes it would be small missions, sometimes it would be long missions, some just going different places and that together. Me and Paola, always me and Paola together. And you've got to love. Let me just bring over. Let me just show you. Right, let's just, so you can see this. So you have different parts of the story and situations. You find items while you're out there, clothing and bits and pieces to take home to base and that, to build up your base and build up there as you're going. And in between each one of these, you'll have like one of your songs on your MP3. And it was brilliant. It was amazing. Now I'm going to start using it again with the mobility scooter when I leave the house, as part of my new coping strategy, as part of my new mobile safe space, because the atmosphere and the way they create this thingy, it makes it so fucking believable. The writing skills of them and that is brilliant. So, I mean, of course, they've expanded now because they've got 5K training. They've got, if we just take this up a little bit, if I just take this up. Trying to grab the right things. But like, so if we go to the home, you've got all the different series, which is able times, such as 15 episodes, Season of the Hunter, Homefront, all the different zombies one. They did a Marvel one, actually becoming a superhero, and that, which was, and different things. It's like they evolved it so much, so there's so much more for me to go through. And all the, but they do like, calm down, baby. You can do race training and you collect notes and lore about as you go out there collecting the supplies you found and so on for the base at home and all these kind of things. So yeah, it's a wonderful idea, and it always worked so well for me and Paola, and I'm hoping they'll work again for me. Being out there as a part of it basically is like a layer of, you're not out there in the real world. You're not out there going from A to B. You're actually on a mission. You're providing supplies. You're saving lives. You're fighting against a zombie invasion. You're fighting against a corrupt military or whatever. And it's fucking awesome. It just makes it wonderful. And I hadn't thought about it in absolute years at all, because after Paola died, I didn't touch it at all. But yeah, you can get it on the App Store, Google it. It's called ZRX now, but you can still search it via Zombies Run. And I don't know, I'm just going to check on something because I've installed it back on my app. Because at one point in time, If I don't know if that part of it's still working, let me just thingy. Let's go to right. Settings. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to start using it as soon as I get the vehicle. I mean, the mobility thing is as part of my primary protection and coping strategy. How it will work, I don't know for me, but if anybody is out there who's got, I mean, it seems crazy the idea of me saying to someone, hey, if you've got social anxiety or problems like that, and you like horror movies or that, try this. It may sound really weird because the idea that I'm telling you to go out and scare yourself with a zombie apocalypse. But the fact that it's fictional, the fact that it's a narrative, can give you a real boost to getting out there and that. So this is Jason for the Queber channel. Remember, I'm not affiliated or anything. I get nothing from them. I'm not giving you a link to it or anything. But just look up Zombies Run. And it's one of the fucking best motivations to get out and actually walk and run and go places that you will ever see.